Hi everyone, it's Marissa. Today's look is a Valentine's Day smoky eye with pink and a little pop of glitter. Stay tuned to see how I achieve this look, and thank you so much for watching. So I want to have a really tight edge, so I'm going to go ahead and put some tape on my eyes to kind of have that sharp edge that I talked about. And I'm going to go ahead and put some concealer on my eyelid and blend this out. This will be the eyeshadow base I'll be using today. And I'm going to go ahead and set that with Mercier-Translucent setting powder as well. So this will prevent my eyeshadows from creasing when I do my look. I'm going to be using a couple blushes from this Ccosmetics blush palette as eyeshadows. So first I went in with that first color I pointed to. Apologies, these don't have names. And I'm just patting this all over my eyelid and bringing this up above my crease as well, and then blending it upwards towards my eyebrow. And I am using sorry, I'm just looking at my brushes to figure out which one I'm using. I am using a Morphe E22 brush to blend this out. And then going in with that shade right there, it's another pinky color. I am going to go ahead and use a Sigma blending brush. This is an E25. I'm just gonna put this basically in my crease and also a little bit above my crease as well. And put this a little below the last color I put on my lid. And we're just going to continue blending this until there are no lines, and it's all blended out. So now going into the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, Modern Renaissance palette. Sorry, I cannot talk today. This is the color Love Letter. And I'm just going in with a, I'm sorry, I don't know my brushes by heart. I wish I did. This is a Sigma E45 brush. And I went ahead and packed this in the outer corner first. And then I go ahead and bring this up into my crease. And then I just went back in with the Morphe E22 brush. And I went and just blended everything out to make sure it was blended nicely. And then going in with the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, I took this little pinky shade. It's like a peach kind of shade. And this is a MAC brush, and I'm just setting this on my eyelid. I do bring this up a little bit above my crease. I've mentioned this on my channel before, but I do have a lot of lines that go into my crease, so I kind of do this just to prevent it from looking weird and unblended. And then I'm going to take the shade that's right next to that. It's a little lighter than the first shade I just put down. And then this time, sorry, my lighting was going in and out, so I was kind of trying to make my lighting work out. Anyway, this time using my finger, I'm going to go ahead and pack this on my lid as well. And then now I'm just lining my water line, or my tight line I should say, because I'm not going to do a winged eyeliner today. I'm just going to keep it simple and just do my water line, and then my lower lash line as well. That's actually my water line, sorry. I don't know what is wrong with me. I cannot speak today. I'm in the middle of moving. Well, I moved like a week ago, so I'm kind of like tired and out of it. So that may be why, sorry. So going ahead with the Nars, this is the Orgasm blush, but it's like the liquid form. I forget the name of this, but it'll be down below in the description box. I've actually been using this as a primer lately. I know that sounds very weird, just because it does give a nice shimmery undertone underneath your foundation. So I've been using it as a primer lately. And then I'm going in with the Nars. This is their new foundation. This one is called the Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. And this is in the color Moorea. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but this is the shade I'm in. I really, really love this foundation. It's buildable. It's like medium coverage, but it's definitely buildable to full coverage. And it wears well throughout the day, and it just looks really good. So I'm using a Real Technique sponge to go ahead and blend this out all over my face. I did a pump for each cheek and then a pump for my forehead. And just so you know, if you do want to build this up to full coverage, you do have to use a lot more pumps, because just the 3 pump is kind of like light coverage. And I have to figure out my lighting since I moved. Like every time I move, and by move I mean, like as you can probably see, every time I move, like my face changes a different color. It's really frustrating, and I can't really seem to figure that out. I think maybe it's something with the white balance, but I'm not a camera pro, so. Anywho, this is the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. I'm just going to put this underneath my eyes, right above my cheekbones, down the center of my nose. I put a little dot in the middle of my forehead. And then I kind of blend out the excess that's underneath my eyes on my forehead and on my chin. And I like to let it dry a little bit because I find that it gives me better coverage if I let it dry. Kind of get a little sticky. So while it's drying, I'm going to go ahead and fill in my brows. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. Jeez, I cannot talk today. I'm going to go ahead and just fill in my brows. I don't usually fill in my brows on camera just because I always mess them up and I don't really have a special technique or anything. I literally do my brows different every single time. So, so now that it's a little dry, I'm going to go ahead and blend it out. Again, using the Real Technique sponge. We're just going to make sure this is all blended. Starting with my nose and now going underneath my eyes. And I don't like to put concealer directly below my eye. I kind of like to blend it upwards because I do have really, 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 really fine lines, and so it's kind of difficult because no matter what I do, concealer's always going to crease there. And I watched another beauty blogger, I can't remember her name, but she doesn't put concealer below her eyes, she just puts powder. But I just have really, really dark circles, so it'd be really hard for me to do that. But if you have any tips on how to, there's really no way to prevent it, but if you have any like good creams that you're using to get rid of lines, or any secret tips that you have, please leave them in the comment section because I need as many tips as I can get. So the powder I'm using to set this is the Mercier-Translucent setting powder. And again, I don't really typically like to bake. I just press it into my skin. I find that this helps the dewiness still come through after I set my face with that setting spray. When I bake, it's just like completely matte even with setting spray, so I don't like to have a really, really matte look. I like that like glossy, wet look. And I do put a little bit more powder into my smile lines because my smile lines are just ridiculous. Now, apologies if you hear kind of background noise. I am in the process of doing laundry, so and it's finished, so it's beeping for me to come get it. And also, my dog is sleeping in the other room, and he likes to have the TV on, so if you hear background noise, that is why. Anyway, moving on to contour. I use the NYX contour. It's like a bronzer in deep. And this is just a Sephora contour brush, and I just do my cheekbones, down my nose, the sides of my nose I should say, my forehead, my jawline, all the usual places you contouring. And then I just bronze my face up. This is Sephora Sun Power. I just say Sephora. Wow. This is MAC Sun Power. And then I'm going to go back in with Love Letter and just use this to do my lower bottom line. The lashes I used today were Eyeliner lashes, and then that was the Vegas Nay collab. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just put some highlight on my face, the usual. The blush I have is the same blush I put from that BH palette on my eyes. I just I did a combo of both of them together, and that's what I'm putting on my cheeks. Then I'm just using a Nars, I don't know what this is called. I believe it's called it's like a lip pencil type of thing, satin lip pencil. That's what I put on my lips, and I just set it with some setting spray. Urban Decay is what I always use. And here is the finished look, guys. I'm sorry that I was a rambling mess while I was speaking, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video regardless. Stay tuned for more looks, and my Instagram is curvygirlcurly if you want to check out any of my other looks I have done. Thank you.